Hi guys, sorry, let me just turn the lights on. There's like no light in here today because it's so stormy outside. It's like dark as. Hang on. Hello. Whoop. It's like a full-on thunderstorm, rain, lightning outside. You probably can't even hear me properly. It's just stopped for a second. So hopefully you'll actually be able to hear me during this live, but it's been so noisy. Hi guys. Tell me if anytime you can't hear me, guys, okay? Oh. This light's not very good. Hello. So I'm going to pin the comment about my self-concept course, the group coaching, and the one-to-one coaching coming out soon, guys, any minute now. Probably, I would say next week, the way we're going with the website. So there's a link I'm about to pin, and it says my self-concept course and coaching will be out soon. Hooray. So click that link. If you haven't put your email there, please put your email there, because if you miss my TikTok live where I'm going to launch it and you miss the Facebook group post, you'll miss it and you might miss out on the coaching slots because there's only 12 a week. Okay? Hi, guys. Hi, Nita. Hi, Beth. Hi, Jane. Hi, Cindy. Hi, Ree. Hi, Lucy. Hi, Kylie. Hi, Leslie. Hi, Sinead. Hi, TV223. Hi, Jess. Hi, Natasha. Hi, Baby Love. Okay, I'm reading from Baby Love from the top. Hi, Lois. So I spent the weekend with SP because we went on a trip with my girlfriends and their boyfriends. Had a great time. We almost had sex but couldn't throw through with it. But I think part of me was scared of the pain. I'm kind of sad. But we didn't. But I know there'll be next time. I was removed from his story after the trip. But after complaining, I just told myself to shut up. It's nothing. He loves that my SP is not all mine and can do as he pleases. But after we had a combo about how he's not talking to other people, rather we together or not, made me realize being his girlfriend is just for the title. What's the question? You realize that you only want the girlfriend thing for the title and you're okay with not having the title at the moment. Well, that's good. Is that what you're saying? That's great. If you come to that realization, wonderful. So look, guys, having sex, not having sex doesn't mean anything. It's just sex. You know what I mean? Like, don't give any bad meaning to the fact that you didn't. Is that what you're saying? What's the actual question, darling? Let me pin this comment before I get to Cindy's thing. I'm just going to pin this. So it's right at the top, guys. So make sure you go to the email there. You can do it while we're on the live. And make sure you put your email in so you don't miss out when this is, because if you miss out on the coaching, you'll miss out. And it only is getting released 1 month ahead of time and then a week at a time. Because if you really want coaching, you won't be able to get in unless you're there on the day of the alert, okay? If you miss out on that, you can join the monthly coaching group, which is a new paid Facebook group where you'll actually be able to watch me coaching everyone, the one-to-one coaching live. But if you don't want to be coached live and be seen and you're doing the coaching, you can turn your screen black. But if you're not happy with it being in the group, you just won't be able to do the coaching with me. That's the proviso for this coaching, okay? And then obviously the course will be out. Okay. Cindy, so I have a mini success story. I got rid of third parties, started focusing on myself a lot more, and SP posted a pic of himself, and I clicked on his profile picture and he deleted all pics of third party and took her name off his bio. Oh! Before this, I thought, tomorrow is National Girlfriend's Day, and I'm going to be sad if I see her, but I immediately got rid of that thought and said, what third party? She's gone. And then I get on Insta, and he has posted a pic with her again and put her name back, but honestly, I didn't get triggered or bothered by it because I had an old thought of they would probably get back together if they broke up. I know I caused this. My 3 days catching up instead of getting sad about it. Like, I'm used to it now. It shows me how powerful my thoughts are and honestly made me feel more in control. If you're that powerful that you're making a picture go away and then making a picture come back of her or making her come back in the pictures, just know that you can get rid of the bitch altogether. Like you're rubbing her out like in Back to the Future. She's just disappearing from the picture and disappearing from your life and his. Wonderful, darling. Hello, Natasha. Hi, darling. I've been doing I'm Chosen sleep tapes every night, and lately it seems like things are going wrong. Like SP told me that the reason he didn't talk to me for 2 months was because third party and her friends were threatening to kill me. Oh. And he really believed they would try something. So since he told me that, I'm trying to figure out what it means in relation to what I was thinking. Help. What's that got to do with the Chosen tapes? I've success though. My ex, not SP, said he wanted to move and take our boys, but I've been affirming that I'm the one with full custody, and now he says he won't be taking them with him now. Oh, good, Natasha, good. Okay, so I'm just a bit confused here. Third party and her friends were threatening to kill me, and he really believed they would try something. Okay, so what are you growling about? You're growling at the cat. What's the question? Things are going wrong. No, Natasha, they're not going wrong. You're just reading into things. Look, how long have you been having this affair with this person? So you've chosen a person who's unchoosable, unavailable, right? This is the situation, isn't it, with this person? He's actually with this person. He hasn't chosen you in any kind of way at all, at all. Doesn't matter what they say, it's what they're doing, right? So now what's playing out is a whole lot of him not choosing you and a whole lot of drama in the 3D to do with the third party. Did you think that at any point he wouldn't choose you? Did you think at any point he would keep staying with her? Did you think at any point she'd find out and hate your guts? Did you think at any point anything that's happening right now that's bad? Like we're never going to be together, or he's never going to leave her, or when she finds out she's going to be so mad, or you don't have to have thought the actual thing. It's all playing out, all the shit that you've been thinking this whole time you've been with him. Isn't it? So if you can own that, then don't be thrown by what's going on. If a person threatens to kill you, it's because they're threatened by you. So give that excellent meaning that she's so fucking threatened that she's doing that. All it means is it's your old thinking about the fact that this is a situation where she's going to be jealous, or he's not chosen you, or he's going to disappear, or he's not going to be there. It's all your old thoughts playing out. Are you thinking the new thoughts, or are you just caught up in the 3D of your old thoughts? Jade, hey Loz, broke no contact. I'm in good form. I'm feeling good. SP responded to contact almost immediately. So taking its good movement, but the old version still, I did my best not to react, but a little, but kept on affirming for self-concept and read our news story before bed and imagine the scene. It's been 7 months since he left. Could this be old story lagging or a bridge? I'm doing all the things right. Get back on the horse. Jade, look, guys, breaking no contact is a huge risk. I don't want to scare you, but if you can't trust, I've done that before and it's blown up in my fucking face. Now, why do you think it blows up in your face? Because you had the impetus inside yourself to contact them, because deep down, you weren't trusting that they were going to contact you. So if that's the real reason why you broke contact, and it wasn't from a place of absolute and complete and utter confidence that whatever happened, you know he's yours and you're back together in your mind, then the outcome is going to be what you were thinking. And what you were thinking was, I need to break contact, because if I don't, this is going to be 7 months. That's too long. It's almost a year. This has gone past the 6-month mark. Maybe he's forgotten about me. Maybe he'll never contact me, blah, 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 blah. Be honest, Jade. Because most of the time when people break contact, if they're really fucking honest with themselves, they're breaking contact because they don't believe they can manifest the person back, and they believe they have to contact them. And therefore, the outcome won't be any good, because that's the thinking you had behind the contacting. Oh, I know time doesn't matter, but I wonder what I might be missing. Well, if time doesn't matter, why'd you contact him? My guess is too much affirming for him. Maybe this encounter with him had to happen to shock me into more self-concept. I don't know, Jade, but either way, why'd you contact him? Give me the straight answer. And I bet you it's because you thought, oh, it's been ages. It's been past 6 months. If I don't contact him, he'll forget about me. And then that will be the outcome, right? Be honest. I know it's normal for us to have one of those days, but what can I do if I get extra emotional when it's that time of the month for me? I was feeling so good with my self-concept. My hormones made me feel the opposite. Okay, it doesn't go on for the whole month, does it? It's a couple of days. Guys, okay. Some of you get so thrown by being sad for a few days. It's a few fucking days. How long's your period last? 5 days? Okay, 5 days of sad. All right, get back on the horse for the rest of the month. You've got 20 whatever other days in the month. Don't worry about it. Cindy, what's the problem? Dear Loz, narc mum, so I'm working on self-concept. Is it okay to use SP as an indication of where I stand in my self-concept? Didn't hear or see him for a year, but I know there is movement in the unseen. I use my own sleeping affirmations and meditate during the day on new self-concept. Wonderful, darling, but I don't understand this. Is it okay to use SP as an indication of where I stand in my self-concept? Well, yeah, anyone's an indication of where you stand in your self-concept, but if they're the one that you're caring most about, sometimes they're not a good indicator, because other people, this is why Birds for Land is good for you, because if other people are giving you attention, it'll show you your self-concept working. But if they're not showing you it's working yet, your SP, then you might be thrown. What's going on back here? Can you hear that noise, guys? Can you hear the stock? It is so, shall I show you? Look at this. Just have a look at this weather here. It is so full on. Whoop. Watch this. You ready? Check this out. You see it? My couch and everything's blown across my balcony. Look at the trees. I was driving in that about an hour ago. It was so full on, it was almost pushing my car off the road. It was hella scary. I was like, no wonder no one else is on the road. There must be a reason why there's no one else on this road. Oh, this is why. I was like, I have to get home immediately. Sorry about the noise, guys. So what I'm saying about using SP as an indication, if they're not reflecting your new self-concept yet, no, it's not a good idea to use them. But if you're not going to be thrown, yeah, sure. Hi, Loz, how are you finding Perth's weather this week? Did you just see it? If all my tarot cards on my view page saying third party is gone, should I take the spirits for land? Yes, which keeping in mind they've never reflect that for. Wonderful. I have a couple of cues today, but I'll have to save them for later and let you answer something for me. Oh, wonderful. Look, guys, I save tarots all the time because they reflect my thinking. So there was something I was affirming or thinking the other day, and it suddenly popped up on my, there's some words that popped up on my tarot that's so freaky. I'm like, what was it? Just recently, I've just been thinking some new things, and it's like exactly what I've been thinking. Word for word. I'm like, oh, wow. Use it. Hi, Loz. I've been working on self-concept, affirming all my worries are gone. Wonderful. Do you believe in blanket affirmations to cover all self-concept concern or being specific ideal? You can do that all you like, darling, but you don't change the. It's like throwing a blanket over the mess in your house when someone comes over, but the mess is still there, right? That's what blanket affirmations do. I'm the one who has it all. I'm a queen. Everything's working out for me. Men always leave you. You're a piece of shit. You're not chosen. You're fat. God, you're ugly. You always do things wrong. Everything's working out for me. It's the blanket over the shit in your house. Is it working? Try them. But they normally don't really do much. Okay? Because they're the blanket. That's why they're called blanket. They're not for everyone. Right? It's like going to a foundation counter and just getting, there's only like 2 shades. It's not going to suit everyone's skin, is it? You're going to be walking around with black skin with this white foundation on. You know what I mean? That's a blanket affirmation. This isn't really suiting me, but I'm covering things up with it. Hang on, got super chats. Hi, Abby26. It's 5 a.m. here. Oh, darling, my kind of day. That's what time I get up in the morning. Although this morning I got up at 3. I need my husband to lose his court case against his ex-wife. He is trying to take her son away from her. I don't communicate with her. Wow, this is really confusing. I need my husband to lose his court case against his ex-wife. He's trying to take her son away from her. I do not communicate with her. So you don't want the son to be living with you and being part of your life, even though that's what he wants. Is that what's happening? Why do you want that? I'm confused. If your husband wants his son, why don't you want the son? That's strange. What's the problem there, Abby? Why? Don't you want what your husband wants? Don't you want your husband to be happy? Or I don't get this. But okay, if that's what you truly want, then imagine that he doesn't get the son off her and he just gets visitation rights and you guys just function as a normal family where you both have, they have equal custody and you don't have to deal with her, and he's happy with that arrangement, that the arrangement that the court decides is he's happy with. Because don't you want a happy husband? But tell me the reason why you don't want the son there. I'm a bit confused by it. If that's because you feel threatened by him, or you don't want the attention being taken away from you, or you don't want someone else's child in your relationship, well, you got together with your husband, didn't you, knowing that he had a son already, or has the son just appeared? You got in the relationship knowing he had a son, just so you know. So when you get together with a person who already has a child, you've got to take whatever comes with that. Can't turn around later and say, I don't want you to be having a child. I don't want the child to be visiting you or be living with us. I don't like other people's children. That's part of the deal. So, Abby, tell me, I'm just going to assume you're going to write more, but don't write it as a super chat. But go to the end, whatever it is you want. Imagine a scene that implies that you got what you wanted, right? the visitation rights instead of full custody or whatever it is, or the court case failing on your husband's behalf or whatever it is. Go to the end and go and script an imaginal scene that implies that happened. But give me a bit more information, darling. I'm a bit confused. Thanks, Bambi, with the super chat. Going on vacation with SP2 in a couple of days. Oh, he does everything I'm affirming for SP1. I take it as movement that my affirmations are working. Thank you, Lodge. You're the best. Oh, wonderful, darling. You did that. And, darling, look, sometimes the SP2s work out better. Give them a chance, especially if they're taking you on vacation and living up to all your expectations and reflecting all your thinking. Wonderful. And then you'll know it'll work on the other person, because that's happened to me. Okay, so it's working on the new person, and then it works on the old person as well. And the old person comes back, and then you got two. Okay, and then you got to decide. That's wonderful, baby. Congratulations. What'd you super chat that for? You didn't need to. Thank you, darling. Hang on. Hi, Loz. I want a relationship with SP, but just so I can have him all to myself. But if that's my assumption that I don't have a title, then if we can talk to other people. I recently just had a convo with him, and he told me not, but I asked him why not just be in a relationship then, and he said because he just don't want it right now, and he loves me, etc. I feel like we start getting sexual and acting like a couple, then what will make him randomly commit? But even he told me I have assumptions based on what people tell me. I don't know what the assumptions are based on what people have told you, but either way, he's reflecting you, darling. It's got nothing to do with him. I don't know if you've got a story about him, like assumptions about him that are bad because people have told you he's not the commitment kind, he's a fuckboy, he's a player, he just wants friends and benefits, that assumption that he's talking about. Either way, it's an assumption based on what you think about yourself. I don't get the commitment. I always just get sexual relationships. Guys don't fully commit to me. Nothing ever works out for me. I'm not enough. I'm not chosen. I'm not prioritized. It's your thinking that causes you to read into whatever story you've already heard about him. So you've got to fix your self-concept, darling. He won't commit to you until you feel committable to. It's all a reflection of you. Part 1, hey, Loz, success, bad and good. Was doing amazing self-concept affirmations 3 times a day in 15 minutes each. 62 affirmations. Took a while, but yes, I know all my affirmations. Also found on the spot when needed. Wonderful, darling. Part 2, I also did your 8-hour sleep tapes, alternating between the 3 of them. Everything was awesome with SP. Got busy and didn't do much self-concept. Then all the thoughts started kicking in, and I couldn't stop it from controlling the situation. Admittedly, I should have stuck to self-concept. Took a while to click that what I was doing. Now I know better and have been back on the horse, and I'm going to continue to persist till it hardens. In fact, I've done it before. I can do it again. Wonderful. I know soul deep my SP loves me and is my wife. I just need to sort out old story and keep up with self-concept. Yes, please. This time I choose me. I'm ready for this little success. I've been back on the wagon for 2 days and already seeing the changes in everyone about me and how I feel about me. Thank you so much for being in my ear and helping me through this up and down journey. From here out, I get what I want. Oh, wonderful, Kylie. Look, guys, it's a common phenomenon in my group that people get the person back and then get real lazy with it, and then their triggers start triggering them because they thought, oh, well, everything, they're back. And they don't keep on top of the new thinking. They don't keep on top of being the new them and being in the new state. And the state starts to wane and they start going back to the old state. And then what happens? Your person will reflect the old state of you, and then it will go to shit. So now you know that, darling. You know you can fix it because you know you did that. Wonderful. And you're welcome. What's this, Leslie? Hang on. Leslie. Hey again, Loz, just saying thank you. I decided this week to only live in the 4D and interact 3D as required, but reimagine, create the 4D with literally everything. Wonderful. I love it. I'm living my dream life. Newly remarried. We're a power couple living in my dream house near my ex. Wonderful. Our custody agreement is amazing. We often have a dinner as a whole family. I'm modeling more and enjoying hobbies. Oh, wonderful, darling. I've seen your modeling pictures in the Facebook group. They're amazing. I love your hair. Life is incredible, and I refuse to leave this 4D bubble. That's wonderful, darling. Yes, live in that 4D bubble. So much happier there. It's my reality and mine only. I get who and what I want. I love you so much. Thank you for changing my life. Oh, Leslie! Wonderful, darling. Ah, that's great. Lucy, hi. I'm always working on my self-concept now, and again, I get the odd moments. That's right, darling. SP is not yet conforming to all my affirmations. It's all right. Sometimes 3D is showing me things that will hurt me and make me think why I need to be with this person. Just don't know what to think and do it at time. Please help. Lots of love, Lucy. Lucy, look. Sometimes they will show up a bit shitty, and you'll think, what the fuck am I wasting my time with this person? But unfortunately, if you just go and find another person, they'll probably show up the same eventually because they're just reflecting you, right? Either that or you've got a real strong story still playing out about your person you've not got rid of yet. Because I know the 3D is delayed, guys, okay? But if it's still affecting you and bothering you, then you're still thinking the old story thoughts. Otherwise, it wouldn't bother you. Understand? Still bothering you, you're not really changing the story about them. If it isn't bothering you, but they're still showing up, it's just delayed. So you'll know the difference. Morning laws, part one. I have two different questions. Haven't been thinking of SP much since moving out and being distracted with the dogs, which is great. No desperate needing energy anymore. Wonderful. When I think or picture us together, I'm worrying or thinking too much about what other people will think of us back together or of me. Who cares what other people think? Second question, I had a panic attack last night over a pain in my leg. First one in the new flat on my own and first in a long time. How to overcome health anxiety and always thinking the worst when it comes to any sort of pain or anything to do with my body. I panicked and end up staying at my parents'. I feel silly for running back to my mum, dad all the time, but I feel safe there. Look, darling, did you have some kind of thing wrong with you when you were a kid, like you were very unwell or someone else was very unwell in your reality, like mentally unwell or physically unwell, or your parent wasn't around because I was sick, or you had an ailment, or you had a super overprotective parent? Or something happened in your reality, like a big accident, and you were unsafe in some way, that's why you've got that. It's not your fault, right? So every time that comes up, you've got to say things like, that's just my old thinking. I know I'm safe now. That's the old me. The old me used to feel unsafe. The old me was super overprotected. The old me was made to worry about the outside world. The old me was made to feel like everything out here was scary. It's not scary. I'm perfectly healthy. Nothing is wrong with me. That's just my mind racing and taking away any feelings of safety. I'm fine. Shut up, brain. I'm fine. Things like that. I watched a hilarious TikTok today about my generation, Gen X, being told that everything will kill them. I was like, that kind of was our childhood, our generation being told that everything was unsafe and be careful. My mum was a very big, be careful person, which is why I'm not a risk taker. Well, I haven't been until recently. Okay. So just say whatever's the opposite of the thinking you're thinking. Write it down and write the opposite. And affirm that. Hang on, guys. Oh, it's just jumped massively. Oh, hang on. Get out of there. Wait, no. I have a hot chicken for dinner on the bench, and the new cat can get on it on the bench and eat the chicken. I could hear her trying to get in the packet, keeping it here for safekeeping, because I can't put it in the fridge, it will go cold. She's trying to get in the packet. The other cat was too old to jump up on the bench anymore. She was almost 21. This cat's only not even 1 year old. She jumps all over everything. Hang on, where am I? I really understand what you're saying. Thank you. I can't wait for your self-concept course to come out so I can dive deep into the work on me, the work I've already been doing. Good, Natasha. Look, it's just the old story playing out of the third party in him and you being unwanted and the whole situation not going in your favor, right? Got to get rid of that. Hang on. The fuck am I? Hi, Nat. Wait a moment. Jesus, this has really jumped. Cindy, I have zero problem with SP and don't mind at all having him as friends on social media, but why do I get a sudden urge to remove him? I don't get triggered by him. I just don't know why I think this. I don't know, Cindy. How the fuck do I know? You must be getting triggered. I don't know, darling. Why are you thinking that? I don't know. Beth, hi, Lois. Been watching you for your videos the last few weeks. I've accepted and realized that I'm the cause of my reality, especially my breakup. Been working on subconcept. Just wanted to make sure that what I wrote about changing old story of SP is correct. So I've said SP is emotionally thriving. Wonderful. He's ready and perfect for me. His past doesn't affect me and it doesn't affect our relationship. Wonderful, Beth. He's over his past relationships and isn't scared of getting hurt because he knows I'd never hurt him. Wonderful. Also, we both volunteer as a youth group and I'll be starting up again soon, which means I'll be, seeing him? I can't see the rest. That's wonderful, darling. Look, when you've got an old story about them, like they got really hurt in a relationship or they've got all this trauma from an ex-wife or some fucking thing, you really have to get rid of that story, and that's perfect what you've written, and keep thinking that. And imagine how he'll show up when he's not like that anymore. What he'll look like, sound like, be like. We love you. Morning. Oh, Nisha. What are some affirmations that help you get back into a state of power? I run this shit. I'm the operant power. Everyone's reflecting my thinking, so I'm going to change my thinking, then they'll reflect it. I don't doubt myself. I don't doubt my reality. I'm creating it. The fuck am I? What are some of the core childhood issues that cause binge eating in adulthood? Lack of control, right? So if you're abused as a kid or you had extremely strict parents who didn't allow you to do certain things, any kind of eating disorder, from my understanding, and I know this from my own experience of having friends with eating disorders and a school that had the highest rate of eating disorders in my state. In my school, our school was like a very expensive private school. My parents couldn't afford it, but neither of my parents had a very good education, and they were desperate to get my brother and I in really good schools and get us the best education, even when they couldn't afford it. And this school was very expensive. Because it was very expensive, there were a lot of girls who had enormous pressure put on them by parents to succeed and achieve. And they had zero control over their lives. And therefore, they would either binge eat or be completely anorexic, because it was the only control they could take back from their parents. Because the parents were forcing them to do, be a grade A student or not be part of extracurricular things that they actually wanted to do, like drama or netball, because it would take away from their studies, or wouldn't allow them to go on school camps because that was fun and school wasn't for fun. And so the only thing those girls could do was either binge or not eat. It's the only thing their parents couldn't stop them from doing. So what in you makes you feel like out of control? Like, what happened to you as a child where someone took control away from you, like abused you, SA, or any kind of physical or mental abuse, or fully controlling you in some kind of strict or controlling way? That's normally where it comes from. And it can also be just a complete hatred of your body and yourself. And so you're like disconnecting from yourself and you're trying to destroy yourself, because there's a deep self-hatred there of like, I hate this thing, so I'm going to destroy it. It can also be that too. But most of the time it's a control thing. So tell me, darling, what happened? Jane. Hi, Victoria. Make it seem difficult to manifest him since we're losing long distance. Don't worry about that. Cultural differences. I don't worry about that. Haven't met in person. Haven't had a very long relationship. Well, then you fucked, darling. You've got a whole lot of reasons why it's not going to work. It's long distance. We have cultural differences. We haven't met in person. Haven't had a very long relationship. So, Shivangi, then you're fucked. You've got 4 big fat reasons why it's not going to work. So it won't work because you're saying that. Distance doesn't matter. Who cares about our cultural differences? We're not going to Romeo and Juliet ourselves. We're together. Doesn't matter that I haven't had a big long relationship. This is my long relationship. We're going to meet in person because we're together. Of course we're together. We meet in person all the time in my mind. Hi, Lois. I'm at work. I'll watch back. SP2 was so sweet over the weekend. Made me a bath when I got to his. Cooked an amazing meal. Spent the night talking, cuddles. He even gave me forehead kiss when I was asleep. Oh, Nash. How sweet. He referred to me as his girlfriend to his niece. I told him yesterday that I'm ready for a relationship. He still says he has too many issues. I don't remember that. I didn't get triggered. I keep going back and forth what I want as well. Look, my old SP never referred to me as his girlfriend, but one day we were sitting in bed and his brother was like, you could take the girlfriend. He was talking about a caravan. And I was like, oh, the girlfriend, am I? And he looked at me like, of course you are. But I didn't realize he'd been saying to other people that I was the girlfriend, but he'd never verbalized it to me. Just because they don't verbalize it to you or say they've got stuff going on, doesn't matter. They're talking about you to someone else. And that's really important. And that really made me feel like, oh, I'm the girlfriend, am I? And he just looked at me like, what do you think we are? What the fuck? Right? So don't worry about what he says out in the thread. Know that he means that if he's telling someone else. No, okay. Morning TikTok is still hiding you from me. Oh, really, Carla? Let's not affirm that. You see me on your For You page all the time. In fact, Carla, you're sick of me. You're sick of me. Apparently, it's a big flaw in TikTok at the moment. A lot of massive creators, I've seen a lot of them doing their stories saying, can you see my TikToks? My TikToks are going to 0. My TikToks are going to 20 people, and I've deleted them. Like, there was a girl today who I follow, and she was just freaking out, and she deleted every single video she just posted that wasn't getting any views. And then a girl, I mentioned it to a girl on, she's a TikTok expert. I mentioned it the week it was happening. She goes, oh my God. I said, I've gone from 3,000 views in an hour to 20. And she went, oh my God. Next minute it was happening to her. And then all of her stories were like, this is happening to me now. A couple of people reported to me, I think it's a glitch in the system. There's a glitch in the matrix. Don't everyone freak out. So that's all it is, guys. So I'm not going to believe it's anything to do with me. It's just a TikTok glitch. And she said they're doing a whole lot of updates, and that's all it will be. So you're all going to have me back on your For You page soon. And when the course comes out, the coaching comes out, everyone in Manifestation Talk is going to hear about it, because everyone's going to know. Hello, darling loves and friends. Happy Trippy Tuesday to you all. But in the meantime, just to be extra safe, make sure you sign up to the link that I've pinned at the top. just in case you don't see my announcement on View page. But of course you'll see it, but you see what I'm saying? Hey, I've been going through a bit of glow up and opening myself up to the idea of love again. Oh, super wonderful. Met someone recently a few days ago and he treated me like an absolute queen, but I was missing him a little today. I know he will reach out soon to plan a date with me because he called me till 5 a.m. Oh, darling, don't worry about it. They're playing hard to get. That's all he's doing. Wonderful. Hannah, a male friend, confessed his feelings to me the other day. He was treating me like a queen. I'm still feeling the strong desire towards my SP. Got to take him off the pedestal. Don't worry about it, Nat. Hannah, that's fine. Like, let them admire you and blah, blah, blah. And eventually you might not even want your SP anymore. Hi, Lois. A friend of mine relapsed on heroin. He has a lot of people that love him. Yes. Including a girlfriend, but he struggles to quit. How can I help the situation? See him clean, darling. I used to live with a heroin addict. It was fucking awful. I had no idea what living with a drug addict would be like because I'd never taken drugs in my whole life. And he was a friend of my old roommate, my old best friend. And I thought, oh, what's the worst that can happen living with him? It was a nightmare, right? He is now completely clean, married with children, and a very successful, quite famous actor, right? He's the most wonderful person. It's just the drugs that were the problem, right? So in your mind, I want you to imagine him completely clean, coming to you and to everyone he knows and saying, I can't believe I used to take that shit. I am a new person. I feel so much better now. Everyone hugging him, congratulating him, him being married or with kids or whatever it is that you want to see him doing. See that, right? Would you say a friend of mine relapsed? Okay. So whatever you'd like to imagine him as, married, happy, everything, see him doing that. Have imaginal scenes in your mind of him the way you want to see him happy, clean, healthy, alive, loving life, present. Okay, because when people are addicts, they're not really present. When I used to live with addicts, I've lived with heroin addicts, I've lived with a heroin addict, I've lived with alcoholics, and they're not physically with you in the room. They're like not there. So imagine having a great interaction with him and laughing and having fun and him being really present and happy with you and your friends and everything. And imagine a scene that implies he's completely got past it. And trust me, they can. I have a lot of friends who are addicts who aren't addicts anymore, a lot. Because in the acting world, a lot of people deal with their emotions. I don't want to affirm that, but a lot of people, I had a lot of addict friends, right? And they're not addicts anymore. Almost none of them are. In fact, I don't think any of my good friends that were addicts are addicts anymore. No, none of them are actually. Hang on. Where am I? Been having, or if Birds for Land regards to original SP as well. Oh, really, Nat? Wonderful. Hi, Lois. Oh, I saw the one. Started CrossFit as well, having a fan there as well. Oh, Nat, you're on fire. Also, thank you for your content. The self-concept info is so valuable. I'm very grateful. Oh, good guys. Look, when the self-concept course comes out, hopefully it will cement what you've already learned. Hey, Liana. Hello. I finally manifested a job in federal government as a lawyer, and now I'm having imposter syndrome because it was super competitive and prestigious. Laugh my ass off. Don't think that, darling. Just be like, I deserve this. I know exactly what I'm talking about. I'm the smartest person here. Tell yourself that all day. I found my SP basically left me to go straight back to their ex. It's been over a year with no contact, affirming my ass off down because I'm overworked. Oh, you found out your SP basically left me to go straight back to their ex. Okay, Bobbert, look, doesn't matter why they left you, they left. Now, why did that happen? That's to do with you, not to do with the ex. You've got to understand it's never to do with the third party, ever, 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 ever. Okay? So take that third party out of the equation altogether. They left you because of you. What were you thinking about yourself in relation to them and relation to just life in general that made you think this person won't stay with me, that made you think I'm not enough for this person, that made you think things won't work out? That's why. Hi, Lois. How can I drop the story of the trauma bond? Drop it. That's a dumb, stupid, weird, woo-woo spirituality term that people have made up that people get bonded because of their trauma. Psychs say it as well. Oh, you get addicted to someone's trauma because you're traumatized and you both match each other because of your trauma. Decide that doesn't even fucking exist. Decide you're not attracted to another person because they've got trauma. It's just an expression Psychs came up with, or the woo-woo community came up with, and you no longer use it and you don't relate to it and it doesn't relate to you. The relationship was basically formed on that. Well, then if you believe that, darling, that's it. You're fucked. And my mind resists her any other way as if it's all too alien. Well, then, to hero, you fucked then. Okay. Bye. We don't sit in our trauma here and dwell and decide that we're in a bond with someone else because they're also fucked up. You got a real fucked up story about them and their trauma, and a real fucked up story about you and your trauma. So literally nothing's going to change. You're just going to be traumatized forever and not together, or bonded but traumatized. So go and watch my videos because you're a bit lost if you're still talking about that as if it's a thing. It's not a fucking thing. You can decide your trauma doesn't bond you to shit, and they don't have trauma, and you're both untraumatized and without trauma, and your self-concept's amazing and you're together, but you're deciding to believe that story. So you're fucked. Sorry. Go and watch my videos because you're a bit lost. Go and watch my Manifest a Specific Person playlist. Oh, my God, this weather. Can you hear that, guys? Oh, my God. That sky is falling. If a third piece threatened to kill me, I'd be creeped out, but to be honest, I'd be a bit flattered too. Exactly. Just think no one would react strongly if they're not jealous or threatened. Oh, I used to have a girl that used to hate me, and she used to bitch about me. I just two girls, and they used to bitch about me at parties because my ex-boyfriend and I always used to hook up, like, and people were threatened by me, and there's two girls used to bitch about me, and I'd hear about me at parties, and it's like, I'd just sit there and be like, well, you must be really threatened. Mm-hmm. Oh, God. Hey, Loz, how can I manage? Oh, hang on. I'm wanting to say, hang on, what's this, Liana? Where's the rest of this? I'm trying to figure out what is the story was or that's stopping my SP from wanting to have kids with me. I do affirm against this, but I'm struggling to figure out the old story about it. My self-concept has improved heaps since watching you. I'm a semi-silent questioner to you because I know that you'd answer, but this one I'm unsure about. That you're not the chosen person, that he doesn't give you what you want, that you never get what you need, that no one ever meets your needs, that you meet everyone else's, but they don't give you what you want, that you don't get your needs met, that you're not listened to, that you don't get what you want, or that he's not choosing you. He's not prioritizing your needs, something like that. Thanks, Bandy. Hi, I need affirmations for a good week at work. My computer crashed and lost some information. Stressed out. Don't worry about it, darling. Look, my computer did that, and I lost the assessment that I'd written. And I was like, oh, fuck. The assessment for the self-concept course. I hadn't put it in the G drive for the web designer, and the next morning, the whole computer crashed, and I was like, I knew I should have put that in the G drive, but I hadn't updated my computer. I was like, anyway, I'd been sitting there. I'd basically manifested the whole thing breaking and the whole computer crashing because a week before I updated my computer, backed it up for the first time in a year because I was afraid it was getting a bit full. And then the next week it crashed. Lucky I'd backed it up. I just lost the assessment. So what happened was, in the end, I ended up getting almost a brand new computer because the guy had to wipe my hard drive and get me a whole new hard drive, and I had no storage in my computer in the first place. So now I've got a brand new computer. Last night, I had no internet all yesterday, so I just sit at my brother's house doing work, and my earphones weren't working. So today my brother was like, oh, that's fucked. It's not going to work. I said, I was going to stick a toothpick in it. Apparently this works. I stuck the toothpick in it. Next minute, the speakers worked because I just believed I'm not going to buy AirPods. He was like, the AirPods are only $189. You can get them on Marketplace. And I was like, no, this is going to work. And I just stuck it back in after sticking a toothpick in the side of my computer, and I decided it worked. My microwave the other day didn't work, and I made it work. Right? Don't worry about that. Decide that whatever it is about the crashing, it works out in your favor. Like you get a new computer at work, or it's been saved to a cloud somewhere that you didn't realize, or you get time off because you've been so stressed. Or give it some good meaning, darling, as to why that's happened. Teaches you to back up shit. You know what I mean? Don't freak out. Look, when technical things go wrong with me, I talk to the machine. Now listen, machine, you're going to be working fine. Like I imagine my earphones working. I imagine doing podcasts with Sasha and my earphones on. Because if my earphones weren't on, this wouldn't be working. Mm-hmm. Imagine your computer working again. Imagine your work being there. Imagine it's found somewhere in a cloud. Imagine the scene when you find the work. Imagine your computer is restored. Mm-hmm. That answer your question? Everything's working out for me. Everything always works out for me. There's always a reason for everything. This was a good thing. Mm-hmm. So those affirmations. Hang on. Hey, Lois, how can I manifest a different job with a very high paycheck, even though my recent paycheck is barely enough? How can I ignore 3D, even though I kind of struggle a little? I control money. Money doesn't control me. Mm-hmm. Things like that, darling, because you're being controlled by money at the moment. Say that over and over and over and over and over again, and really start to really do it as soon as you start freaking out. I don't have enough money. Of course I do. I can always afford everything. I can afford everything I want. My paycheck is more than enough. Mm-hmm. I've had times when breaking no contact came from thinking I can't manifest them back, but is it okay to be in a state of I'll be okay even if he doesn't contact me, but I'm not going to? Or does it mean I'm not living the end? It's up to you guys. I don't know what's going on in your mind when you contact them. Either you think you're in the end and you're together and you're confident, or you're not. I don't know. It's only you'll know. But either way, the outcome is whatever you're thinking. It happens every time. Wow, that's some storm. I thought it was windy here in the UK. Oh, Australian weather's got English weather has got nothing on Australian weather. Like you guys, if there was a storm like this in England, when I lived in England, people would be calling each other, checking they're all right, WhatsApping each other. There'd be a WhatsApp group formed about the storm. Here, it's just like no one cares. Everyone's like, gee, it's fucked weather today, right? This is Australian weather. And the Brits like freak out when it's slightly stormy. There'd be an SOS in my WhatsApp group with my girlfriends in the UK if this was happening right now. Sally, been working on some concept and feeling great, but I have a huge fallout with a friend. She said some really horrible things to me. I don't know how this could be if I'm affirming good about me. It can be old thoughts about you're not chosen, old thoughts about I upset people, old thoughts about I do things wrong, old thoughts about people don't understand me, old thoughts about I trigger me. I've had a lot of falling out with friends recently in the last couple of years, and I had a story that I'd changed and my old friends wouldn't like it, and I also have a story that I trigger people and upset people easily. So that's what happened. So what's your story you're holding about your friend and the story about yourself? Loz, I'm coming to Australia tomorrow from the UK, affirming for an easy flight. Oh, God, well, I hope this weather stops. It'll be fun. Wonderful. I came across 3 tarot videos that said he regrets everything and third party's gone. I also saved them. Oh, do that. Also, my boyfriend's love language is being verbally romantic. How can I manifest he gets me flowers more often? Or just decide he's more physically affectionate and gives you gifts. He's a gift giver. Decide he's a gift giver. Imagine the flowers. Imagine the flowers in a vase. Imagine photos of it on your phone. Imagine it by your bedside. Mm-hmm. I see everyone always compliments me. My mum said I look beautiful. Oh, wonderful, darling. That's lovely. Yes, you're right, Loz. The reason was likely an attempt to have him meet me halfway was regarding our dog, but guess I wanted him back now. So it was me trying anything, the anything being the dog, okay, is the reason to contact him, Jade. Okay, well, at least you know. So that's why the outcome was what it is. Hope not change anything. No. Sad to hear old version on the phone and emails. Will keep assisting. Always think I'm comparing a little as SP came back this time last year, never gone this long without us. Yeah, you are worried about the time. You just said, I know time doesn't matter, but you are. That's why you did it, right? So I don't believe you guys sometimes when you even write things here. I'm not doing this. Yes, you are, right? That's why you did it. Don't worry about the time. Time doesn't matter. If you're married next year, would you care about the time? No. Oh, my God, please, I need her explain. What's this smell of our milk? About what? What was your question? I can't see any question that you've written. Write it again, darling. I can't see it. Hi, Loz. Does tarot readings on a few pages reflect our thinking or validate our manifestations as birds for land? It's reflecting your thinking. Birds for land is people showing you your new self-concept. Tarot doesn't reflect your new self-concept unless the self-concept is in the tarot. Like everyone thinks you're this now, or you've had a glow up, or yeah, sure. But a lot of you are really desperately wanting birds for land to be a sign to be birds for land. There's somebody at the moment trying to post things in the Facebook group that are signs, like LOA signs, like seeing their name everywhere, and they're like, this is birds for land. No, it's not. Birds for land is your self-concept being reflected back to you by other people. It's not tarot. It's not signs. It's not seeing the letter Z on your finger. It's people giving you attention, people turning up favorably in your reality. That is birds for land. The people are the birds and the land's your SP. Stop taking signs as that. But if you want to give it that meaning, that it means that, then give it that meaning. But that's a sign. Mm-hmm. How do we live in the end? I say I'm in a relationship, but I don't feel okay when I don't have a partner around me. We've got to use your imagination, darling. You're thinking of the 3D too much. Like, I don't feel okay because they're not here. Well, you've got to imagine them here. Imagine what they would feel like if they were in bed with you, with their arms around you, talking to you, the sound of their voice, their smell. Mm-hmm. Hi, TJ. Loz, me and my best friend got into a big fight over something I did, and he's blocked me on everything. What do I do now? I'm so upset. Look, darling, do you have a thought that you could upset them, that they wouldn't agree with you, that they're volatile? What's your story about them? What's your story about you? I don't get prioritized. People don't listen to me. Da 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 da. Mm-hmm. Think the opposite of that. Why am I smiling? I don't know why I smiled just then. Hang on. Where am I? Tamanco. Hi, Loz. Lease was extended 7 days, but I need to move out tomorrow. I've continued to live in the end, knowing, trusting, having faith, but I get anxious with 3D, and I've only started packing. And see yourself in the new place. See yourself having what you want. See yourself in a brand new place, cleaning properly because we haven't found anywhere. I rampage, I've scripted self-concept, switch my thoughts. What am I struggling not to do is fix this in the 3D. I'm going to keep rampaging and scripting. I can't wait to tell you about the success story, another good part of my journey, but really appreciate any other help. Guys, when you're down and out and you feel like time is valuable, you have to rampage. Time is of the essence. When my mum went missing, I was rampaging like a fucking lunatic in my car, screaming, rampaging, because I thought she was dead, right? If you're that desperate, rampage like a bitch. Write the affirmations all over your house and just visualize every moment of every day that you can that you got a new house, right? Hello, sorry I'm late. Got caught up listening to Bollywood hits. Oh, Bollywood hits. Sinead, Loz, me and my best, I saw that one. So just imagine an outcome that you want, darling. I'm working on my self-concept and recently haven't looked at our SP or 3P Instagram because I blocked them. But yesterday I looked at their Facebook. What do I do? Stop thinking in 3D. Chris, darling, look, guys, sometimes some of you might have to completely block people or turn off your social media or delete your apps altogether if you're going to be that triggered. Do it if you have to. Make those kind of boundaries for yourself in the 3D if you can't not look and it's going to throw you. Hi, Loz. I don't have any questions despite 3D not reflecting, persisting in the unseen. Oh, good, Abby. I do feel commutable to or committable to. I just need to get rid of the story that he doesn't want a relationship because of what he told me. But I also want to be able to be affectionate and one day lose my card to committable. Okay. I get that. But just decide that you're committed. Get rid of whatever fucking story you got about him. All in all, trying to make him commit to me by holding off on doing it won't do anything either. Darling, if you've got this card in your mind of like, I'm holding all the strings because I'm not going to sleep with you until you commit to me, it doesn't work. That's you saying, this is my one thing that's going to make me worthy. I used to do that. I used to do shit like that and sleep with anyone for a year and do all that holding, like withholding sex, and it doesn't work because your story is, I have to do this to make you commit. The only reason you'll commit to me is if I blue ball you for long enough. You'll really fall in love with me. You'll get to know me whilst we don't have sex. No, what's really going on there, TB223, is you've got a fear that all he wants is sex, and you're worried that if you give him the sex, then the commitment's never going to come. That's the real story, and that's why that's showing up that way. Why are you withholding sex? That's why. Change that story, otherwise nothing's going to change. You could withhold sex for 10 years. The story is what's causing the outcome. Why are you withholding sex? Ask yourself. That's the real problem. What's the story behind why you have to do that? That's the problem. I'm doing a challenge this month of just focusing on self-concept and no SP affirmations. How does this get to SP? I'm confused. Jess, everyone's reflecting you. I'm wonderful. Everyone loves me. I'm so adored. I'm the new me now. Nothing triggers me. Everyone sees the new me. I am always chosen. I am enough. I'm more than enough. I do everything right. I'm perfect. How does that not reflect to him too? She's so perfect. God, I adore her. She does everything right. God, I really fucked up losing her. She's the best thing ever happened to me. She's so amazing. She's a queen. Self-concept, he'll think the same concept of you that you think of yourself. It just means idea of yourself. What's your idea of yourself? That's the idea of yourself he'll have. That's the idea of you he will also have. A lot of you are so concerned with changing your idea of them. You're not changing your idea of yourself. So you change your idea of them and their idea of you has not changed. And that's all self-concept means. So if any fucking creator is on here telling you you don't need to change self-concept to manifest your specific person, they're misunderstanding the meaning of the word concept, which simply means idea created in the mind, conceived in the mind. That's the literal translation in the dictionary. So if you don't want to focus on specific person affirmations, great. They'll still reflect the new idea of you. If you do want to just focus on SP affirmations, all you'll do is change your story of them, but you haven't changed the story of you. So when they come back, they'll still be reflecting the old story of you, which you haven't changed, which is your self-concept. Concept simply means idea, your idea of yourself. Everyone reflects it, including your SP, whether you do SP affirmations or not. If I hear another fucking creator, and there are a lot of creators I really respect on this platform and on TikTok who are still thinking self-concept is self-love, self-esteem, or self-confidence, it astounds me. It's like they've never read a Neville book in their whole fucking lives, or they've never ever looked up the word concept and understood what it meant. And they're confusing all of you and thinking it's self-love. I need to love myself to manifest. I need to be fully healed to manifest. I'm broken, and until I'm not broken, Loz says I can't manifest my SP. No, I never said that. I've never in my whole life said that. It means idea of yourself. What's your idea of yourself? Everyone reflects it, including your specific person. It means idea. I'm going to explode if I see one more video about you don't have to improve your self-concept to manifest. Oh, yeah. It's like, blows my mind. Because it's really annoying me because it's people I really respect and it's making me disrespect their content. All right? That's why, guys. That's why self-concept is all that matters. Your idea of you. All it means. Relationships don't work out for me. I'm not loved. I'm not chosen. I'm not good enough. I get abandoned. People leave me. People betray me. People hurt me. Your idea of yourself. Not self-love. Where are we? I've completely lost my place because I was banging on. Hang on. Hi, Kay. Yes, affirm instead when you have the urge to look at their socials. Yes, exactly. Where am I? God damn it. Hang on. Sorry, guys. You can still be affectionate without having it, and it's totally fine. Only doing it when you're in a relationship with them. He's reflecting you, so if you assume he thinks the same as you. Yeah, but what I'm saying is, guys, it doesn't matter if you have sex or don't have sex. It's you're thinking about the having sex that's the problem, right? He's going to reflect that and say you're already in the relationship and it's not acting. You're already his girlfriend. You know the amount of people I know have one-night stands and they're married? Right. Sorry, guys. It's your meaning behind the sex, not the sex. The sex means nothing. It's what you think it means. And a lot of people had sex the first night they met and they're married now, right? It doesn't mean shit. It's your thinking behind it. If I have sex with him straight away, he won't respect me. So he won't. If I have sex straight away, this won't turn into a committed relationship. We'll just be friends with benefits. So it will. You guys getting that? And that's based on your story about yourself. Another girl who's fully confident in herself, her self-concept's amazing, thinks that she's the fucking queen and the prize and chosen, could fuck a million guys and decide that every single guy she slept with is going to want a relationship with her, and they will. Got it? Yes, had multiple sorts of eating disorders throughout my life and it was all about control. Yes, okay. Since I stepped into my manifesting power, I don't need food control anymore because I feel powerful and safe. Oh, good. Right. Okay, well, yeah. So that's reiterating what I was saying at the beginning. That's wonderful, darling. That's how you feel now. That's great. Wonderful. I know this is my fault, but I blocked SP because I thought it would get a reaction from him. Usually works. Now he doesn't want to speak to me. I'm shocked. Should I just keep affirming he'll reach out? Guys, when you do what you've always done and it doesn't get results anymore, do you think maybe you should stop doing that psycho shit? I'm doing something to make you do something. Okay, so it worked in the past. It's not working right now. It's what you're thinking about what you're doing that matters, not what you're doing. Affirm he'll reach out, but you're working on your self-concept because it sounds like it's gone down the shitter, darling, if you're doing shit like that. I'm going to make you hurt. I'm pulling myself away because you've done this to me. You're blaming them for your problems. You're not working on you. And you think it's all going to be this magic spell when you start affirming that he's going to reach out to you. He may never reach out to you again right now because your self-concept is in the shitter. That's why you reacted the way you did. Because you felt you needed to make him do something because you're blaming him for the way he's showing up when he's simply reflecting you. And I'm not saying it's your fault. I don't want you to use the word fault, but I want you to understand that he's simply reflecting you. So what are you thinking about yourself that you need to act that way? I won't get the love I need unless I make him react. He doesn't give me reactions until I make him angry. Unless I do something, he won't do this. I need him to prove how much he loves me. You're doing shit like that. That sounds like when you were a kid, you didn't get enough love and affection from your parents or time from your parents. And so you do reactionary shit to get a reaction out of them because it's the only way you get attention as a kid. Like chucking a tantrum, crying, being naughty, blah, 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 because your parents literally didn't give you what you wanted. And so the only way you get what you wanted was being reactionary. Is that what you're doing with your boyfriend? Stop that. Don't know why Part 4 didn't post, but I'll be seeing him soon when the youth group starts again. We haven't spoken to him in 2 months. How do I stop myself from getting triggered around him again? Don't worry about it, Beth. Just decide you won't. Do I affirm in my head that he's happy to see me? He's missed me? Darling, affirm while he's there. Be at the youth counter serving soup and be like, he loves me. That man's obsessed with me. He's been masturbating furiously about me. God, he's missed me. He can't stop staring at me. He's obsessed with me while he's there. I was triggered when the word friend until I watched Good Witch movie and in the man introduced the woman as his friend, but days later he proposed, give everything good meaning. Yes, guys, don't be triggered by any words they used. Like, don't worry about it. Give it all good meaning. We don't need to look at their socials. They're already ours. Doesn't matter what they're doing because they only can think about us anyways. Yes, that's wonderful, Bambi. Exactly. Hi, Loz. Wondering if it's possible, unaffected by something that's never considered an issue. When my mum found out she was pregnant with me, my dad told her to get rid of me, but it was too late. And when they separated, she kept throwing this at him in front of me. Well, that's not great, darling, because you're going to feel a whole lot of unwanted, right? For the rest of your fucking life. That people abandon you, that you're not wanted, that you're not chosen. Because you heard that shit. I heard my mum say a million times, look at what you've done, you silly girl. It's all your fault, right? And I've got a story that everything's my fault, that I fuck things up, that I do things wrong, and I wonder where I got that from. My mum used to say that shit all the time. What the hell is she playing with now? She's playing with a peg, right? Just the slightest thing your parents say over and over and over again, even if it's not that big a deal, can just infiltrate your mind and be stuck there for the rest of your fucking life, Tara. So thanks, Mum, for that. Your mum and my mum, right? No hate towards tarot readers, but I strongly believe they'll go out of business the day everyone discovers you. Well, look, there are some good tarot readers on the few pages I've seen that believe in law of assumption. A lot of them follow me. A lot of I can see follows you, right? And a lot of them do say, I'm reflecting your thinking, right? And there's some of them I listen to when I see them come up. I'll listen to their tarot because I'm just fascinated by what good stories they come up with and the way they interpret the card. I find them kind of like storytellers. I find some of them are really amazing storytellers. I could not look at a card and be like, this means this and this elaborate thing. Like some of them are master storytellers, and where they're getting this information from, whether it's, someone communicating with them or whatever. But I take good meaning from it. Like, oh, they're reflecting all my good news story about me and my situation and my life. A lot of my tarot at the moment is about my launch and my website going well. Like a lot of it's business related, and it's crazy. Like most of the tarot at the moment on my view page is all about something's going to happen in August, and well, that's when my site's launching. It's like crazy to me. It's mostly my view page. It's crazy. That's strong. I literally have him as my home screen. I don't know if I'm just playing this girlfriend part really well or I'm delusional. And you're right about not having to have it, but I still want to. But deep down inside, I know I didn't go through with it because I wanted to be his girlfriend, not because of the pain, but literally because I was debating before. I almost did it anyway. He told me he can feel I don't want to, but I don't get it. I affirm every time. I feel like it. So it's not that I'm not affirming. Then what is it then? I told you. What's your fucking story about why you're not having sex with him? There's some reason. And the reason is because you feel like he'll just use you. You feel like he's not a committable guy and all you'll get is sex out of him and he won't commit to you. That's the fucking story, darling. You can be affirming for yourself all your life. But if you've got this terrible story that when I have sex with him, it means XYZ bad thing, well, it will mean XYZ bad thing. You could have sex with him tomorrow, darling, and decide that he's madly in love with you, and he will be. But you've got a really bad story about what sex means. Why have you got that story? That's about you feeling not good enough and not being chosen. And if I have sex with him, he won't choose me. That's the story, isn't it? That's why you're not having the sex. Understand? Had an assignment in my English class, why a psychology major deserves to live in a life raft, and I used some of your information, and my professor said, good argument, and I got 100. What was this? Why I deserve to live in a life raft. I used some of your information. Oh, why you deserve to live in a life raft and other people didn't deserve to be in the life raft. I was like, oh, wonderful, darling. There is something odd with TikTok. I got a live notice from Sasha yesterday, but there was no live. That happens a lot with me too. So it'll say Sasha's live. I'll press it and it'll say finished. That's happened to 2 of Sasha's lives recently with me. Okay, so there's something really major going on. Excuse me. Look at this cat. She's found the chicken. Have you found the bag of chicken, have you? Well, that's not for you. No. Wait, Daphne. Little shit. She's standing on top of the chicken. No. You can have some later. All right, guys, what are we going to call this live? Am I almost at the end? Remember to like the stream. Oh, thank you, Leanne. Should I just ignore keep 3D and keep affirming? Yes, please. Or accept it and move on. Where am I? No, you're not getting in that bag. You're so right about the Aussie weather. Oh, it's so funny to me when the English have a heart attack about a little bit of rain. Oh, my God, is everyone okay? Just checking in on the WhatsApp. Hope everyone's all right. Just write back to us. Tell us you're okay. Hello, it's just a bit of fucking rain. How can I manifest better behaved children? They are so triggering. My children are so well behaved. They listen to me. They do whatever I want. Everyone else has naughty kids, but my kids listen to me. They're so obedient. Decide that you're the boss in the house. You're the fucking boss. When I used to teach in the most remedial, fucked up schools in England, I used to have to walk in those schools before I walked in the door, deciding I was the fucking boss and they were all going to listen to me and no one was going to be naughty and they would listen to me. I didn't care what they did to other teachers. They would listen to me. And I used to go from my classroom when I could hear chaos in another classroom and I would storm from my classroom. I'd leave my kids from my classroom and I'd storm down the hallway and I'd open the door and I'd go, what's going on in here? And kids would go, sorry, miss. And they'd be so rude to the other teacher. But if I walked in the room, they'd listen to me and I'd say, I don't want to hear this noise. I'm 6 rooms away and I can hear you all. How dare you treat Miss blah, blah, blah like this? Sorry, miss. Right. I'm leaving this door open so I can hear them. Okay, miss? All right. And I go back to my room and they wouldn't hear a peep out of them because I decided I was the fucking boss. Are you the boss or are your kids the boss? They sound like they're the boss in your house, Ellie. Be the boss. Are you the pack leader like the dog whisperer? Or are they leading the pack? You're the pack leader. You've got to be in the energy of, the thinking of the pack leader. I run this show. No one runs me. No one triggers me. I trigger them. Not you want to trigger your kids, but you know what I mean? Right? My new job, I was focusing on myself and how great I am. So now I'm going to do the same with SP. Good, Jess. Do that. Excuse me. Thanks. Want to know what's affirmation is good for no contact situation? We'll decide that they're contacting you, darling, but you've got to think, why don't I think they want to contact me? What about me makes me feel like they're not going to contact me? What am I thinking about myself? That's the problem here. Thank you, Loz. This is a sign, focus on my self-concept for a while. Good. Hang on, guys. It's jumping. Stream name, Boss by Loz. Boss up your reality. Yes, that's a good one. Boss up your reality. That's a good one. Boss up your reality. I love it. This is number 70, guys, so I'll be shown in a minute and you'll be able to watch it back. Yes, call me out, Loz. Could go into more letting go, get confused about, I learn about it and try and understand, implement, feels info overload. I don't teach letting go. What are you talking about? What, Jade, I don't teach letting go. Letting go of what? The old story, that's it. Not, you don't let go of your manifestation. I don't teach letting go. My SP got married on Saturday. We are also business partners and he never told me what affirmations I use to get past this and for us to get back together. That he couldn't tell you because he's deeply, madly in love with you, that he didn't want to upset you, that he didn't tell you because he loves you, he didn't tell you because he was pressured into this marriage and he doesn't actually want to marry her and you're married to him in your mind and you'll be married soon and he'll leave her. Why didn't he tell you? Why didn't he tell you? Give a good meaning why he didn't. Hi, Loz. I'm watching your old videos in which you recommended 77. It was a great video. Thanks for sharing. Oh, thank you, darling. I hate that fucking video, but it's helpful to everyone because I'm crying my eyes out. Smash the like, guys. Oh, Leanne. Any more? I don't know why they're all so dramatic in the UK on weather warning for 30 degrees the other week. Oh, look, I find it so funny. People are like, oh, heat wave when it's 25 degrees and you're like, guys, we live in 45 degree weather here in summer, 45 average, 40 to 45. Guys, upset about 30. I mean, I know it's hard over there because there's no aircon. It's really a concrete jungle. I get that. But 30 degrees. Hilarious. All right, guys, that's what it's called. Boss up your reality. And what else do we talk about? No sex. Withholding sex. I'll call it that as well, okay? Manifest away a sore throat and virus. I don't have a sore throat or virus. I don't get sore throats. I don't have viruses. That's the V word I don't even talk about. I don't get sick. I never get sick. If I have a little frog in my throat, it goes away instantly. I just gargle some salt and water and it instantly works. I never get sick, guys, and it's because I say shit like that. Hi from South Africa. Oh, hello. Hi, Loz from Austin, Texas. Lol, I can't sleep. I'm certain I found my core self-concept. My sweet SP literally confirmed my fears face-to-face. I feared he would leave me after we met up, change self-concept. Oh, Elizabeth, look, guys, when it's been shown to you right in front of your face and you think, oh, my God, I was fearing the whole time that he would leave, and it's just happened. Oh, well, okay. Well, now I know. Like sometimes it's a good thing that you've seen it. Oh, fuck, this is what I need to keep working on. Sasha and I talk about that a lot. When something's shown in our 3D and we go, huh, that's something I never knew I was still thinking. Jesus, I really need to work on that. Thank you for showing up for me, 3D, and showing me I still need to work on this shit. Right? Think of it that way, guys. All right, guys, and please do go to the link at the top. I'll also put it in the comments below, and make sure you put your name and email, because the new self-concept course, the coaching group where you'll be able to watch people's coaching, and the one-to-one coaching will be out probably in about a week and a week. Okay, so make sure you put your email there just in case you missed a notification on any of the platforms. All right, guys. Being delusional is key. It's not delusion, it's manifesting. Yes, darling. It's SP's name is Austin, and it's our 10-year anniversary today. Oh, is it, darling? Oh, wonderful. Yes, great. Okay, good, guys. All right, I'll see you soon, guys. And thanks so much for watching. And thank you for the super chats. And I'll see you soon. Bye, guys.